Before we start doing our siopao dough, we need to bloom our yeast. So to do that, we need 1 cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and we need 1 tablespoon of yeast. So in here, this is what I normally do. In here, I have half cup of cold water, and I have boiled water here. So I just need half cup of boiled water to mix with the cold water. So here's what we need to do our siopao dough. Here you could see our yeast is rising or blooming. I use 1 cup of bread flour, 4 cups of plain flour, 1 cup of milk, half cup of sugar, half teaspoon of salt, and some shortening. So after 10 minutes, here's our yeast now. So we could start making our dough. So in a bigger bowl, we put our flour. I have to correct. I said a while ago I'm using 4 cups of plain flour. I don't have plain flour, so I'm using self-raising flour. That's why I'm not putting baking powder. So we're not putting all of the flour here because we need to leave some. So when we need the dough later on. So that's about 3 cups of self-raising flour. We put our bread flour, our half cup of sugar, and our salt. We just mix. So when we know that it's totally mixed, our flour, salt, and sugar, we'll make a well. That's where we're going to put our yeast. Normally, I knead my dough in my stand mixer, but since I'm doing just a few siopao because John was craving for it, so I'll just use my hands to knead it. So in the center, we put our yeast. We put our milk. And I'll put some shortening. just slowly mix the flour. Here's how it looks like now. So before we started, I already washed and cleaned the work surface so we could start to knead. So we put flour here on our surface. So you put flour on your hand as well. Making siopao is so difficult, especially if you're not using your stand mixer. But always, like, if you want to eat nice food, you need to work hard for it. I mean, it's hard to cook. I'm doing this for the love of John. And before, I usually do this for my nephew Lancy, but they migrated in America. So it's Jan now who's asking me to do it. This will be my arm exercise. We still have about 1/4 here of self-raising flour. Let's see how it will turn out. It's my first time to use self-raising. I'm not using baking powder. Do you know the secret, people, how a siopao could be whiter? Because I tried loads of recipes and they're saying use lard instead of oil. I've done that. Still yellowish the dough. I put vinegar on the boiling water where we steam our siopao. No, it doesn't work. And I bought what the Chinese use to make their dough, something like, it's a powder, but it tastes like bleach, so I don't want to use that. So I will not be using this because I'm contented of the texture of this. I have to rest for 2 minutes. This is so hard. It's tiring. It's soft enough now, so we'll just form it into a bowl. Then the bowl that we used a while ago, I grease it with the shortening, and we'll put our dough there. We'll cover with cling film. And we'll let it rise for, I usually leave it for 1.5 hours to 2 hours when it's double or even triple in size. So see you later. So here's our siopao dough after 1.5 hours. It tripled in size. So to make our siopao, we need our dough, our Siopao pork asado filling, boiled egg. I'm using cupcake case instead of cutting some parchment paper, and some flour. So we put some flour on our clean surface. Ooh, it has risen. There you go. Then we form like a ring. So after we form it like this, we cut into our desired size. Normally, I measure them or weigh them, but it's just for us, it's not for selling. So I'll just cut it. So we need a rolling pin. We leave it there. So I'll do the rest of this, and I'll be back when I do the topping or the filling. So we're making our siopao now. Look at this. They're not circle. Okay. So we have our dough here. Our pork asado. And our boiled egg. I will just do the normal style because I'm not good in doing the one that looks nice. Actually, we could leave it like this. See, and we put on the bottom our baking case. We'll do another one. And we're boiling our water already while we're doing our siopao. Okay. So we only made 11 siopao because I don't have enough pork asado. And in the end, I only have this normal form of siopao because as if they look nice like this. So we need to let it rest again, our siopao. We need to cover it with a cloth. Bye for now, siopao. So we are ready to steam our siopao because it has been resting for more than 30 minutes. So we will put white vinegar on our boiling water. And it's my first time to try this. This was the one I was telling you about that the Chinese people put on the dough itself. But I'll put some of this in our water. So I put this much of the ammonium bicarbonate. Should not be a lot because it really it's like bleach. Let's see what happens with our siopao. So I'll put some vinegar. And we have to let this boil again. So our siopao is ready to be steamed. Let's cover it. Cover your lid with some cloth so the moisture will not drip on the dough. So we'll leave it for 20 minutes. See you, siopao. So it's the moment of truth. If 20 minutes had passed, we need to check our siopao. I'm so excited. Ooh. It looks whiter than what I used to do. Success. It's 12 midnight now, and I just cooked the first batch of siopao. And you know, we need the chief taster to taste it. So I woke up John. Let's see.
Hi, here I am, going to taste the siopao, because earlier on today I asked Monette, I said, are you going to make some siopao? And she said, oh, okay, so let's have a look at the texture. Oh, look at that.
See the inside.
Oh, it's lovely and soft, look. Oh, look at that. Now let me taste it.
Oh, it's so soft.
Mmm. Oh, that is delicious. Mmm. I need a second bite, yeah?
It's too hot.
Mmm. It's delicious. It's a big thumbs up from the chief taster.